Do you remember the Demon Hunter Immolation as one of the most iconic spells in Warcraft 3? Cause I do. The fantasy of an elven, agile warrior bathed in flames, burning all of his foes slowly and painfully. This is the fantasy that is fulfilled by the Fel-Scarred Demon Hunter Hero tree in the War Within. In this video, we will go over its major features and understand how it will impact our gameplay in the new expansion. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Fel-Fire Gaze channel. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. The hero talent tree of Fel-Scarred has been added on Wowhead and we can check it out along the current Havoc talent tree. The root of the tree is Demon Surge, which gives us some passive tankiness and makes the first annihilation and death sweep when entering demon form proc a Fel explosion for AoE damage. The wording here suggests that this might work with demonic as well, giving this talent a crazy synergy with Cycle of Hatred, which will let us enter demon form and proc demon surges way more often. Focus Hatred increases the damage of demon surge in single target to avoid making the spec pure AoE. This is the main mechanic of the spec. There are two utility choice nodes to the right and left. We start with Wave of Debilitation, which makes Chaos Nova reduce movement and casting speed. This might be extremely useful to control mobs in Mythic Plus and slow healer casting speed in Arena. The competitor is Pursuit of Angriness, which is a passive movement speed increase with a very minor impact, given that it's way faster to move around with Fel Rush, Double Jump and Glide. To the right, we have the talent Set Fire to the Pain, which is a very powerful and interesting talent that slightly reduces all damage taken and makes 5% of the damage to happen slowly over time, helping us survive one-shots. In certain PvE encounters where fire damage is prominent, it will be an extremely powerful 10% damage reduction. This is also very powerful in Arena, especially versus fire damage classes like Fire Mages, Elemental Shamans and other Havoc Demon Hunters that do Chaos damage, which also counts as fire damage. The competitor is Improved Soul Rending, which is just passive leech, which is nice, but I don't think it will compete with Set Fire to the Pain in any high-end scenario. The tree introduces 4 passive output nodes to the left and right that are boring but potentially very powerful. Of course, they are still subject to further tuning. To the left, we have Burning Blades, which gives us some passive fire damage to some of our abilities, while Untethered Fury increases our maximum fury by 50, a fury that we cannot really spend but will make fury management way easier with this spec. To the right, we have Enduring Torment, which gives us some passive Chaos Strike and Blade Dance damage, as well as some passive haste, while Monster Rising increases our agility by 5% when not in demon form. Moving on to the more interesting talents, we have Violent Transformation, which makes Metamorphosis reset the cooldown of Sigil of Flame, giving us an even bigger Metamorphosis burst in AoE. Following up, we have the Student of Suffering, which gives us some mastery and fury generation when casting Sigil of Flame. The extra fury generation is not really relevant to our spec. Unless this gives a cracked amount of mastery, which I doubt it will, this talent cannot compete with the alternative, which is Flamebound. Flamebound increases the radius of Immolation Aura and its critical damage. This is an extremely powerful talent that has synergy with the whole existing Immolation Aura kit. A Fire Inside, Inertia and Rage Fire. All these talents combined will make Havoc AoE skyrocket. Last but not least, we have the Capstone of the tree called Demonic Intensity, which makes Metamorphosis also empower your I-Beam, Immolation Aura and Sigil of Flame. This might mean that they do extra damage, but it definitely means that they will trigger Demon Surge. This makes Metamorphosis proc 5 Demon Surge explosions instead of the 2 regular ones triggered by Demonic. If we take into consideration the I-Beam reset by Chaotic Transformation, and we assume that these talents behave similarly to how Inner Demon behaves, then we will get 2 explosions from the first I-Beam, 5 explosions from Metamorphosis, and another 2 explosions from the second I-Beam for a total of 9 Demon Surge explosions, completely cranking Havoc Burst with Metamorphosis. Overall, this is a very simple and straightforward hero tree that brings a lot of passive tankiness and damage to our spec. It shifts our damage profile even further towards burst AoE, having decent burst with every I-Beam and extremely good burst with Metamorphosis. This damage profile and design is ideal for Mythic Plus and it is likely to become the only choice for high keys. In PvP, I do not see this hero tree being anything extremely special, but historically, tankiness is the most important thing in PvP. Like Raikou said, you win WoW Arena by not dying. In raids, I can see the spec being played in specific encounters with either consistent AoE or predictable AoE intervals that allow Demon Surge explosions to shine. If you wanna know more about the Aldrachi Reaver, the other Demon Hunter hero tree, and how it will impact Havoc in the next expansion, make sure to click the video on screen. If you are on mobile and YouTube does not display the video, you can find the link in the description. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.